Good afternoon. Good evening, actually. Well, YouTube, I managed to cut that bush down low. Whew. I came home after I picked my son up. I took a hot shower. I cut the rose bush down a little bit right here because it was sticking up. And this bush right here only comes in the spring and just let the pollen off. That's what it does. So the rose bush, my favorite bush here, I had to trim them a little bit. You can see the Christmas lights in there. I was like, oh, I don't want to cut the Christmas lights. Like I said, I'm gonna try to plant rose bushes next year. I did manage to cut that bush. The bush was so everywhere. So what I did, I just made it look a little decent. I just made it look a little decent because it was everywhere. This big one, I took the big the Craftsman and I just cut it down just a little bit. I couldn't reach up there. I might need a chair or get somebody to help me with that. But as far as the bushes, as you see, I cut them down. You can see the little mess. I did rake the yard and picked up my mess as well. And this is why I put the little hiding gates right there, because this was out. These were sticking out really bad. And I might come in and do a little touch up to them. But these were really high, like up here. So I cut them down and try to match his height with the rose bush. So the rose bush gonna need some help. So these bushes right here, I had to trim it down. And when my neighbor actually went somewhere today, I think he went to pick up his child. So I went in on the other side and just cleaned that up a little bit. And over here, I couldn't do a lot, but I did manage to take the cover off the AC, and I cut the yard down. But on the side of the fence, I'm gonna need some help with that, because it's like it grows back every year, and it's like really getting on my nerves. So I don't know. I'm going to get some help with that. So let's bring you over here. I did manage to trim, but see the rose bush, it didn't do too good. Like, you have some summers that, you know, they'll do pretty good, and you have some that don't. And this might be one of the times, one of the spring, summer, whatever, they're not doing too well. Normally, you're supposed to trim your rose bushes down in March. This one, I managed to cut down the best I could, and I cut all three of the tires back. My father did this years ago. Put the tires, he cut these in 2 tires. I made a video about that. So I managed to cut this bush down. This bush, I was a little disappointed because it actually cut, I don't know, it's falling apart back there. It's falling apart. So anyway, what I did was just took the limbs off, and I left something. I left the limbs off, and well, I pulled them off. I said I left them off. Y'all know I stumble on my words sometimes. Y'all already know me by now, because y'all my family. Y'all know how I do. I be trying to make my videos and keep it going. So the hostas are coming up. This is the mess I made. So, you know, I've been doing some work out in this yard, y'all. I am tired. I hurt my arm, though. That's the thing. I hurt my arm. My arm is pretty sore. This flower, somebody is looking at so hard. That's why I'm making a video of it, to see that it's in my yard. So we won't have no problems from them. It's been in here for almost 15 years now. So I love that bush there. And let's go over here. I'm gonna show you what I did. The guys who trimmed my yard up, I think it was Wednesday, because I tried to get them to do it before Mother's Day. They just left stuff, and I'm gonna have to tell them, you know, because I could have did the yard last week, but I was just tired. And you be tired like that. So this is the other hosta. And I don't want to pull this stuff off the yard. So I'm going to either get them to weed whack it or whatever they do. But this is the other house that's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's just two kind of hostas here. But I did manage to cut the yard down. I did cut it. I got a lot of weed back here. So I'm gonna get them to trim everything down. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Just get them to trim everything down. That's what I'm going to do. Get them to trim everything down because it's no use. You know, I can't do it like I used to. It would when I was doing the yard, like 2 years ago, I would come out like one day, and then I'll come out the next day, then I'll come out the next day. I did stuff like, okay, I'm gonna do this Monday, I'm gonna do this Tuesday, you know, which I could do it again. But you know, one thing about me, if something needs to be done, I would do it. I would do it if I have the energy. I'll just go ahead and do it myself. So anyway, anywho, I'm just walking over to the side here. Anyway, so what I did was I finished. Everybody. Give me a comment of how you like how I did my yard. Just leave a comment and I appreciate it. And I thank you. Hopefully you give me a thumbs up. I did this all myself. Have a good day and I'll talk to you soon. I'll be making more videos. And thank you so much for visiting Angie's place. Thank you.